hardly recognize you underneath all that gear.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it out there.
Well, if you're any indication, I would.
They say it's not going to let up for at least another day.
Well, it didn't affect business any. I haven't had a break all day.
Oh, well. Thank heavens for some good news.
Just closing up.
Well, don't let me stop you. Have you seen Josh?
He took off right after you left.
Oh, I figured I'd probably be too late. I turned him down for dinner, but now I can make it.
Oh, well, then his loss is my gain. I'd love to take you out to dinner tonight.
Not if you were the last man on earth.
I bet you $10 I can make you change your mind.
The answer is no, Leo. I could spell it out for you, but I'm sure you already know the meaning.
Well, you know how difficult it is with words I'm not used to hearing.
N-O.
Would you excuse us for a minute, please? I get this distinct impression that you don't like me much anymore.
Well, hallelujah. It's finally sinking in.
Yeah, well, I'd think twice before ruffling my feathers.
Your threats aren't going to scare me.
Well, maybe these will. I bet you I get a dinner out of this. And maybe, if I'm lucky, even a goodnight kiss. No, keep them. They're yours. I got my own set.
They're a lie. And anyone who sees them will know that.
Photographs don't lie, honey. That's the beauty of them. You just can't argue with them. Especially a woman in your position.
My husband is the police commissioner.
And that's all the more reason to just keep them in the envelope. Wouldn't you agree?
Robert will believe me before he believes you.
You're right. But he won't believe his eyes. See, husbands never do at first. Until it all eventually just sinks in.
Why? I don't have money. I can't pay you like the Mrs. Barringtons of the world.
Did I ask you for money?
You must want something.
Just a simple favor.
Come on, Leo. Put your cards on the table.
All right. I don't want you spying or meddling in my affairs.
What if I don't agree?
Well, then these pictures just find their way into the wrong hands.
Blackmail.
Oh, that's so crude, but it's accurate.
Did it ever occur to you that I might not scare as easily as some of your victims?
Yeah, I considered the possibility.
And?
You're tough, Holly. You're real tough. You're pushy. You're even aggressive. But when it comes to your marriage, you'd sooner die than jeopardize it.
You've got a lot of nerve.
Comes with the profession.
Don't you think you're pushing your luck just a bit? What if I said I don't mind if Robert sees those pictures?
I'd say you were lying.
I could call your bluff right now.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Very well.
He's not at home.
All right. I'll call headquarters and leave a message for him to meet me. I think the park would be a nice place. It's private enough so we can talk, and public so he won't try anything. Hello, Police Commissioner Scorpio's office, please.
Wait.
Yes.
Hang up.
You agree to the terms?
Yes.
It's a wise choice, Holly.
Well, I'm so glad you're happy. Now, would you excuse me? I have a lot of work to do.
No, don't let me stop you. One more thing. The same applies to that puppy dog of yours.
Puppy dog?
Yeah, Josh. I don't want to even see him near my massage room. Is that understood?
I want you to land me just here. That way I can get a boat, go across the lake and up to Putnam's cabin.
We'll be flying right through the worst of the storm.
Yeah, I know that.
I don't even know if the plane can take it.
Can we get above it?
In a 747, maybe. We're going to have enough trouble getting over the foothills, much less those mountains.
You trying to tell me that it's impossible?
But what I'm trying to tell you is I don't know. I've never flown in this kind of weather before.
Look, I'd avoid this if I could, but... You know, there's a life in danger here.
Ours will be in every bit as much danger if we attempt this.
I've got no choice.
All right, look at this. This is the weather report. Right now, the storm's at full force. In a couple of hours, there's going to be a gap. It's a break not big enough to write home about, but enough to get a plane through.
I don't have 2 hours.
You sure about that?
There's a crazy up there threatening a woman's life. Now, I don't have hours to sit around waiting for gaps in weather.
And my wife doesn't need me coming home in a box either.
Look, I know you've got the right to refuse this flight. But I'm talking about a real-life emergency here.
Okay, you win. I just got one question.
What's that?
Who takes the rap for destruction of police property if we wreck the plane?
We'll deal with that if it happens.
Well, let's be a little more optimistic, if it happens.
Hey, I got a lot of faith in you.
That's good to know, considering you don't have a choice.
None at all.
One more thing. You keep talking about this killer. If I'm going to risk my life trying to catch him, I should at least know his name.
A psycho by the name of Grant Putnam.
I saw you talking to Leo. Looked as if he was breaking some bad news to you. Was he?
No, we were just arguing. You know how difficult he can be.
Oh, I know. Everybody knows he's a bore.
Not to mention a lowlife. I don't even know why Lorena keeps him on here.
Oh, I think it's those, magic fingers.
Believe me, they're not so magical. In fact, of all the massages I've had, I'd say his was one of the worst.
No, that's no way to talk about a fellow employee.
I'm a volunteer here. I'm not an employee. There's a distinct difference.
Holly, I get the impression that you're not as enthusiastic about the spa as you used to be.
Well, let's just say I know better now.
Perhaps you feel as I do, that there's something not quite right around here, huh?
Oh, no, not at all. It's a personality conflict, that's all.
I see. Well, I'm going to wash up and go to bed. Good night, Holly.
Good night.
You still here? I'm surprised. Thought you'd be anxious to get home to your husband.
He's out of town working. I think I pointed that out to you earlier on.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, when you've had a busy day, you just forget these things.
Well, I'm very busy right now.
That's okay. I don't mind waiting.
Waiting for what?
Well, dinner. We had a date, remember?
I'm not having dinner with you.
No?
I think we should get one thing straight right now. You've got your pictures, so you can blackmail me. Fine. But that is as far as our affiliation goes, okay? I promise not to snoop, and you promised not to show the pictures to anyone. That's it.
All right. Just remember the vow of silence extends to any incidental conversations with Beatrice. That kind of woman is everyone's enemy.
Well, if she's such a threat, why don't you lure her into your massage room like the rest of us?
Oh, please, Holly, there are limits to even what I'll go to.
Not many, I bet.
Just enough to keep me out of jail.
Look, it's suicide to go out there, huh? You hit one of those waves wrong and you capsize, like a bottle in a bathtub. That's assuming you don't get fried by the lightning first.
Listen, this is an emergency. There's a killer up there threatening a woman's life.
You're threatening my life if we take a boat out there.
All right, I'll do it myself. Now, just point out which boat.
Everything I've got's tied up in those boats. If you think I'm going to risk it...
There's a human being in danger. A human being that happens to be quite close to me.
I'm sorry. The boat belongs to me, and if I don't want to rent it to you, I don't have to.
All right, listen to me. I want you rest in it, and I want it right now, all right? Otherwise, you're going to take a little dip off the end of the pier.
Okay, all right.
And where are the keys?
Behind the counter.
Get them!
Usually require a deposit.
How much?
In your case, I think I'll skip it. You must want this guy real bad.
The woman I'm worried about.